Hey guys, it's December 19th. I did get a haircut. Thanks for noticing. And today we're discussing Zechariah's prophecy at the end of Luke chapter 1. And this comes right after John the Baptist is born. And from that passage, it's clear that Zechariah was greatly impacted by his encounter with the angel Gabriel. Case in point, when it was time to name their baby boy, Elizabeth says his name should be John. And when relatives demand an explanation from Zechariah, he insists upon the name John. So obviously Zechariah discussed this with Elizabeth, and while he showed little faith before, he was now determined to do the will of God concerning his son. And perhaps this is why God chose to give this prophetic word to Zechariah. Filled with the Holy Spirit, Zechariah not only speaks about what his own son would do, but also about the coming of Jesus the Messiah. And little does he know that Mary is 3 months pregnant with Jesus at the time of this prophecy. He says, starting in verse 69, God has raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spoke by the mouth of his holy prophets from of old, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all who hate us. He's talking about Jesus, and it's all because the purpose of his son's life would be to prepare the way for Jesus. He goes on to say about his son John, "You will be called the prophet of the Most High, for you will go before the Lord to prepare his ways, to give knowledge of salvation to his people and the forgiveness of their sins." And it's almost like Zechariah is acting as a forerunner to John, much like John would be a forerunner to Jesus, saying, "When my son is grown, listen to him, for he will point you to God and make you ready to meet him." So tomorrow we'll be discussing a boring genealogy in Matthew chapter 1, so hope to see you then.